Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So now we are going to do Leetcode Biweekly challenge. First question: divide an array into sub-arrays with minimum cost. So let us first read this question, then about constraint, then examples, and then finally coding part for the same. So let us first read this question. You are given an array of integers nums of length n. The cost of an array is the value of its first element. For example, the cost of 1, 2, 3 is 1. The cost of 3, 4, 3 is 3. You need to divide nums into three disjoint contiguous subarrays. Return the minimum possible sum of the cost of these subarrays. So basically, here whatever array which is given to us, we are required to divide it into three disjoint contiguous subarrays. And we are required to return minimum possible sum of the cost of these subarrays. Now dividing them into three disjoint contiguous subarrays, that is not we are required to do, but the thing which we are required to do is we are required to return the minimum possible sum of these subarrays which would be formed. So for doing the same, the first thing which we can observe in all these examples, now let us first read these examples. So here the thing is that whatever first element which is there, that is always there in our answer, right? So in that context, the first subarray is always like either the single element of that particular means first element itself, or it could be possibly clubbed with other elements as well. But the point here is that we are required to figure out that what should be the minimum possible sum. So in that context, the first element is already selected, but now we are required to figure out with the other two elements which are there. So in that context, we need to check, is it 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 12? So that all things which are there. And wherever it is already three elements, so that array itself is the answer. And then here 10 is there, but is it 3 plus 1 or 1 plus 1? So these all things we are required to do, and according to that, we are required to do our solution. Now here let us check for constraints. So we can clearly see that constraints are pretty much low. 50, that simply refers to that we can even go ahead with n square solution. So let us go ahead with n square solution only then, because it is in contest, it is easy level question. As early as we can do, we need to do it. So now here, as I told n square solution, so now here we have taken two loops. I is equal to 1 and j equals to I plus 1. Why 1? Because we already know that nums of 0 which is there, that is already one possible, that is already one of the that is all, yeah, that is already one of the answer. That's the thing. So that's why we are starting from 1, and j is I plus 1. We are starting from I plus 1 till n, means checking out all the possible combination which could be there. So nums of I and nums of j we are adding up, and we are just taking the minimum of whatever triplets which are there and whatever previous triplet which was there out of them, which is the minimum, and that would be our answer. So this is what we are required to do, and then at the end we will be returning that answer. Now here the time complexity is clearly order of n square, and the space complexity which we are required to check, so space complexity we are not using any extra space, so space complexity is order of 1. Now comes the part that how we can optimize this question. Basically, here if we sort it, then it will become order of n log n solution. That thing you yourself can do for the same. But there is one more question at the end, which is here, which is the same name and second. So there also something would be there. But yeah, for this as a brute force solution, this was all for this particular question. If you have any doubt, you could comment that down. And if you really like the explanation, you can like, subscribe, and share this video among your friends. So this was all. Thank you.